How to be a good woman for your man. Well, my name is Shafik Chicos. I welcome you to this channel, Love with Chicos. You can subscribe, you can like, you can hit the notification button so that you don't miss out you don't miss out on the more content that I'm here to produce. You're a woman out there, you feel you deserve more. You feel from your man, you feel you are putting enough effort to have him, to have his attention, to have him craving for you, to have him go wild for you. Well, I am here to give you the 5 steps on how to be that woman a man craves, on how to be that woman, that good woman for your husband. And let me just jump right into it. Number 1, respect. You know, us men, we tend to mistake love for respect. This is how I can break it down for you. If a woman respects a man, in most cases, that is when a man will be proud to tell his friends that, this woman actually likes me, loves me, simply because of the respect and, that you're giving him. So, and this is how it can be easy for you, because most women, it's not easy to respect a man. I want you to understand, this is the best way you can, this is how it can be easy for you. See him as the greatest gift God has given you, because in that way it will be easy for you to respect him the same way you respect God, the same way you should respect your man. And the respect that I'm talking about is through all circumstances, through all situations, actually worst situations. That is when you show up with respect. I'm telling you, this is something that men, every man in this world, they treasure a woman who respects them. And you see, there's nothing you lose from respecting your man. Yes, there's nothing you lose, but I can tell you, it makes you precious. It makes you a high valued woman. It makes you a woman with a noble character. And if you want to be that good woman a man is crazy over, you have to learn how to respect him every single day. If you're having an argument, you don't have to raise your voice at him. You have to understand that now he's angry, and how can I have a conversation with him in a very respectful way. So respect is very, 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 very crucial and key for a woman to be that good. If you want to be that good, that woman every man is craving for, is yearning for. Number 2, how to be a good woman for your husband. This is now the point that I want you to take good note of. This point: timing of your communication. Of course, in a relationship, marriage, there has to be effective communication, and actually women want to communicate more than men. But now this is where they miss the mark. Timing of the communication is really, really key. It's really, really key, and I'm emphasizing this. This is how I want you to understand is your man has come, let's say, from work. He has had a long day. I mean, there are things that you should first consider before trying to communicate that whatever that you've been thinking about during the day, to communicate to him. Let's say you need money for school fees, for your kids, or tuition or whatever. First attend to him. First, actually try to understand how his day was, how his week is going down. Try to understand him, and then also know the right time and then the right moment to communicate whatever that you want to communicate. There are issues that you're supposed to communicate during sex. Okay, during that time when you're about to or after having sex. There are those crucial things that you have to communicate at around that time. There are things that you are supposed to communicate. Let's say long-term projects. There are things that you're supposed to communicate when you guys are having a good moment out there. You're having an activity, you're having some fun, you're having some little bit of drinks. You're happy, and then there are things that you can communicate there so that you can think about them or even make an informed decision right away. The timing of the communication is very key. And you woman out there who loves her husband, who loves her boyfriend, is in a committed relationship, this is something that I want you to also understand is the worst time to communicate to your man is when you're having an argument, when you're not in terms with your man. Never communicate something that means a lot to you. Never communicate something to him that you want him to do, because he will never do. If he does, you're lucky. If he does it, you can be lucky. So the highlight is the timing of communication is know when to communicate at the right time, but focus on when he's having a good moment or when both of you are having good moments. And then the worst time for you to communicate is when you're having an argument, when you're having disagreements. Point number 3, never play blame game to your husband. Never judge him for his mistakes, for his errors and all that. If you do, that puts you in a worse position in his life, because I want you to understand that they're good men. They know that, they know their responsibilities. They know that leaders take responsibilities for their mistakes. For every mistake actually that happens in a family or relationship, they are responsible for it. So you trying to play blame game to him or trying to judge him, actually that puts him in a position to judge you of who you are. So that is something that I want you to understand, that never ever do. If there is a mistake that has happened and you feel that he's responsible for it, and he should take responsibility of his actions, I'm telling you, there is a better way you can do it. There is a better way you can do it, and this is how I can help you. This is how I can help you approach it if you ever encounter such a situation. For example, if let's say your man, if your man has forgotten your birthday. Let me just use the simplest example. He has forgotten about your birthday. You just can't go to him, you're so selfish, you don't love me, how can you forget my birthday, blah 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 blah, and all that. It's not necessary. That's noise. That's unnecessary noise. So the easiest way to approach that is to always start with that I feel when you don't want to play blame game to your husband. Talk about yourself, talk about how you feel so that he can understand you. I feel not loved because how can my husband forget about my birthday? Take responsibility, let him also take his responsibility. But if you state it that way, you're communicating how emotionally you're feeling, and believe you me, he will react differently, and he will understand you very well, and he will be so proud of you. Point number 4, control your emotions. This is also important. And one of the things men want, one of the things men are so passionate about some of the things that, what can I say, that are precious for a man to have are beyond houses, beyond those materialistic things, is peace. Peace of mind, peace of the heart. So when a woman, of course, women are driven by emotions. Their emotions are really up there. But what I'm telling you is control your emotions. Try to try to figure out yourself, especially when you are emotionally triggered. For example, if you are annoyed, how far can you go? How is your language when you are annoyed, when you are angry? How do you react? How do you listen? All right. When, let's say, when you're emotionally triggered and you're so angry and you're also upset, and you be loud, you be disrespectful, your language is really, really vulgar and ugly, I can advise you that now when you're angry, when you get to that state, that is the time not for you to talk to your husband. You should give yourself space. Try control emotions. He can actually understand that you're trying to control emotions. And that will make you stand out. That will make you a great woman. That will make you a woman who is precious, who is different among all women, simply because you control your emotions. When you're angry, the devil takes over your mind. So in most cases, whatever you say, whatever you communicate, usually is rubbish. And that is why in most cases people regret their actions, whatever that they did when they were emotionally triggered. So figure out how you can control emotions and make sure you do it for the sake of who you want to be. Number 5, this is the catch, this is the highlight, and I wanted to put it last. I'm so excited about it, so excited. Can you feel the level of my vibrations within me? Wow. Let me break it down for you. Initiate sex. This is going to separate you from the rest. This is going to make you the greatest of all the greatest of all time. Initiate sex at least twice a week if you're staying with him. If he's your husband, if you're in courtship, initiate sex twice a week. You can choose any day that you're in a mood. If you're not in a mood, try to do your best, because that will make you different. Because we men, we usually get bored with initiating sex all the time, because not every day you in that mood of initiating. Like, trying to put the other person into the mood is where the hard work is. So stand out, be amongst the 5% out of the 95% of all women out there who are waiting for a man to come to her when he wants it. Be among the 5%. You see, the 5% are these are the girls. These are the girls where men run to when they're excited, when they're happy, because they know that girl is going to give her pleasure. Like, there's pleasure, there's fun, there is there's something so sexy about them. There's something so special about them. And you see, when you wire your mind that today I'm going to jump on him, today I'm going to like, you will never forget this day. Even when you start to communicate during day, like trying to talk dirty and all that, setting him right for that, it gives you that preparation whereby he's going to enjoy the sex. like he's going to enjoy the sex. It's going to make you a special woman in his life. You're going to have that spot that no one can ever take away from you. I guarantee you that. At least twice. At least twice. The worst case scenario can be once, but at least twice. I'm telling you, you'll come back and thank me later. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the other side where there is fun, freedom, and enjoyment. See you next time.